Happy Wednesday, everybody. This is Team Tuesday on Wednesday for April the 12th, which is today. We got a lot of info to share here. We are almost to midterm, and so we need to kind of do our quarterly update. So here we go. First of all, midterm is a good sort of time to take account of where you are on things, including VLC progress. We go to incredible lengths to make a personalized graduation plan for every student in this school, down to the class for your entire career. The point of that, one of the many points of that, is to make explicit where every step on the path is, meaning like what your future schedule is going to be. Any credit recovery that is part of that plan is required for that end date to be true. That is most pressing for you seniors graduating this May. There is zero wiggle room for you. If you have a VLC class, it is required for your graduation. There can be no extensions. You will not graduate if you don't finish the course. Some of you need to get to work. So this is me reminding you, one, you have a VLC class. Two, it should be half done halfway through the term, probably more than that, frankly. But what you like, the real, I guess, like kicker here is you will absolutely be assigned to mandatory AST after next Friday if you are not on pace. That 50% will increase each day. It's proportionately. That's kind of how proportions work. So make sure, like if you're not close to 50% right now, you've got work to do. Make sure that those get completed. We will not really worry about VLC progress as far as ASTs are concerned until after next Friday. Some of you are new. It occurs to me I need to explain what an after-school tutoring session is. That is a time from 3:15 until 4:30 when we're pretty generous. We say 4:15. When you can make up time that you've missed at school, but you have to do it in a one-to-one fashion. So if we make those mandatory. They're open to VLC people if they need it at any time. They are mandatory. You have to go to them if you are not passing a class, meaning you're below 70% at any given time, or you're over on attendance and have to make up that time in a one-to-one fashion, like I said. So if you miss one day of school, that's 4 ASTs. If you go over by one day, it's painful. It's supposed to be. We want you in class. We do not assign homework as a rule if you're here and participating, because what we do every day takes place in class and you are expected to be engaged. We'll talk about that another time, but I've seen some lack of engagement recently that I don't like. And frankly, what if I see you disrespecting your teacher by not engaging in the activities they've worked so hard to arrange for you? That says something about your desire to be at this school. And I take note. Make sure that you are actively involved in all of your classes throughout the day. That is your job here. But if you're missing more than 4 days per term, then that's not enough to earn credit. So you will find your way off our roster if you continue to abuse our attendance policy. And the whole point, like I say, is for you to be here. We want you here doing the things that we do. Midterm is a good time to take stock of your attendance. Half of 4 is 2. So the rate at which you can be missing school and be on pace to be okay is a maximum of 2 at midterm. If you've missed more than 2 days, you are risking your seat here. Stop doing that. I'm talking with people about, I basically have kind of been thinking about, some of you have already missed 3+ days. I don't know what you're thinking, but I am willing to work with you to offer you early AST days so that you can get a day back. So in case you miss another one, if you've missed 3 days at this point in the term, I have no confidence that you will not miss any more days. You've already shown you've got a track record that shows you will miss another day. So I'm going to be meeting with you about, if I haven't already, maybe banking some back days so that you can remain on our roster if you miss another day. If this is your first time to go over on attendance, we're not kicking you out the moment something goes wrong. We will hold grades at the end of this term, and pending a successful first term of next year, we'll look at reinstating those. But you have to hold up your end of the deal here at JSC. When I met with you the very first time, you committed to being here with that attendance rate, missing only 4 days a term. And if you can't do that, we're going to have to open up your seat for someone who will. Make sure you're here. As far as if you are in AST for a failing grade, if at any time, like I said, in any class, your grade is less than a 70%, you will be in study hall. You're expected to be there. It's mandatory. Teachers are going to manage that list. They know better than I do what their grades are from day to day. Those may change between the morning and the afternoon. If you have a question about whether you're passing a class, you talk to your teacher. I can't verify that stuff for you. I will refer to the list as it exists if I talk to you, and teachers are managing that list. So we're working together, but questions about grades go to teachers. Attendance, VLC, talk to me. Thursday, that is tomorrow. There is a career trip going to the Build My Future Expo in Joplin. I have permission slips from everyone who expressed interest in going. Miss Bright is going to go with you. A very important thing is you must have closed-toed shoes. I think that's it. Like, I think you need a hair tie if you have long hair and it might be potentially being caught by a machine. Those are kind of factory floor standards, closed-toed shoes, often steel-toed shoes, and, not having anything dangly that could pull you into your death. So that's going on tomorrow. Friday, we do not have school for the Holy Roman holiday of the citywide garage sale and Neosho. I think the buses can't really run their routes. Anyhow, we don't have school Friday, so tomorrow is your virtual Friday. You also don't have school on Monday. That is a staff training day. So we will see you the following Tuesday when like a million of you are taking the government EOC. It is super important that you're here every day, but especially that day. It is a graduation requirement. Graduation is pretty important. It's kind of the point of being in school. So make sure, I know Mr. Oni has talked to people on that list. If you are taking the government EOC, that you are here when we return on Tuesday. Next Friday, we are going to the park. Actually, in the morning, we are going to do a tie-dye activity here on campus with Miss Clements, who's going to return to JSC for that. We may have some other guests too. But we're going to be tie-dyeing some shirts. So we need... Is that my last slide? I think that's my last slide. On the Team Tuesday page, don't do this yet. Don't do it yet. Do not. There's a t-shirt size form right here, and that will bring you to a thing like this. And it says, Friday, April 21st, Tracy Clements will be joining JSC to do a tie-dyeing activity. We have some shirts, but would also appreciate anyone who can bring their own 100% white cotton shirt. It has to be cotton, 100%, no synthetic materials. Or other garment to dye. Maybe you got a little tapestry or baby blanket, or I don't know what you got. But if you want to bring something to tie-dye, bring it. There's probably a size limit. We're not going to do your couch cover or something. Anyway, so we have quite a few shirts and can provide them. If you can provide your own, that's great. But I want to know for everyone, what size t-shirt do you wear or think that you wear? And I know there's men's, women's, unisex. I guess we're going unisex here. I can't have that many rows and columns on my matrix and make sense of it. So tell me what unisex t-shirt you think you wear, and then include any additional notes. Maybe you want to say, well, I know I wear a size 6. I don't know what a 6 is. There's a place for you to provide more information if you need to, but try to, as simply as possible, give your t-shirt size and whether or not you think you'll be needing one or if you're going to bring something else. That's as simple as I can make the form, all right? But try to fill it out. Okay, and then lastly, on the Team Tuesday page, there is also another career trip coming up. Say we've got kind of one going tomorrow, but with Mr. Doherty, he will be going to the Missouri Walnut Manufacturing Facility here in Neosho. They employ a lot of people. And so they are doing things with walnut products. I'm not sure what. A lot of saw milling. Go check it out. I don't know. But if you are interested, sign up here by giving good reasons why you want to go on that trip. And people will be selected based on the quality of their answers. So I think that is all we have to cover today. Like I say, make sure to get us your t-shirt size. Make sure to be here on Tuesday. If you're everybody be here on Tuesday. You're going to have a long weekend. Be here on Tuesday. And VLC progress is, needs to be addressed if you have a VLC class. So make sure you're doing that. Yes. Also, last bit on AST, after school tutoring. Again, those are mandatory. The consequence for not being there is that you might not remain on our roster. What we're doing is rehabilitating your grade or your attendance status. Those are our expectations here at JSC that you committed to maintaining. You have to make arrangements for transportation. There's no bus running at that time. So, and again, consider that an opportunity. Say thanks for not dropping me immediately like the handbook says will happen, but for giving me an opportunity to remain on this roster and keep my seat that I value so much. Yeah. We are good to you. Hold up your end of the bargain. Have a good rest of this week. Enjoy the long weekend. See you back for some government EOC testing on Tuesday. And then some tie-dyeing on Friday. Bye.